My name is JulesDeHeer. I was born in Hong Kong and I came to Switzerland when I was 12 years old. I did all my studies as a civil engineer here in Switzerland, but I specialized from the beginning in environmental protection. I had a professor at 16 years old who told us that this was one of the fields that would become more and more important, and that it was necessary to specialize in environment in every field. I started with two colleagues, one of the first offices of consulting in environmental protection in this part of Switzerland. And this developed to a small business where we worked in nearly every field of environmental protection. That means nature protection, landscape protection, soil, water, air pollution, noise, and so on. I choose the neighborhoods because there were a lot of people working on ecological houses, and there are a lot of people working theoretically on the whole cities, but there was some link missing, and that's the neighborhood. Neighborhood is not only the houses, it's the social interactions, it's developing the neighborhood, having more services in the neighborhood itself. So it's one intermediate link which I try to work on. There are a lot of sustainable neighborhoods. You have zero-emission neighborhoods, which is Benzet near London. Then you have in Freiburg is one of the examples who started very early, of about 2,000 people who live in a neighborhood which is ecologically friendly, low energy houses, low percentages of cars. So here you have one example. He wants to really play with the rainwater. So the rainwater comes from the roofs, goes down, and then from every house circulates to this center place. I'm really passionate about it. It's a philosophy of my life. The first thing which is driving me is the nature itself. If you observe nature, how nature solves problems, this is the first thing which inspires me. And so the environment has always been very, very important for me. And I always dreamed to have a house which was an ecological house. I wanted a wooden house, but a very modern house in the same time. And my wife and me, we did everything together. We checked all the figures, we made the calculations, we compared, and there are also aesthetical choices that are made. And sometimes there's a conflict because what you would like from comfort point of view or aesthetics and what is better for the ecology. And so we had discussions on this for every part of the house. They all have some environmental theme. The opposition between the scientific mind and culture. I compared a lot what could be done in this field. And I finally decided to build a house which is prefabricated. In a factory you can work much more precise. You can work at 1/10 of a millimeter. So every part of the house will be very well isolated. It means the walls are bigger, the windows have triple glassing. You can see how many glasses there are in the windows just by having some light on it. So I just light a match and then you count how many reflections you see in the window. That means that there are 3 glasses in these windows. And financially it's very, very cost effective, nearly 30% less than a house made by an architect. The concept is you can visit the houses, you have a catalog, and then they have a park in Germany where all the houses are built, so you can visit them and you can individually change everything you want inside the house. You can move the windows, you can move the walls, you can define your own, in the hull that is defined, you can define your own way. So every house is custom made and you don't lose time. Heating here is made with solar energy. We have a solar heating and it covers 80% of our needs during the year. And only 20% in the winter time we need some additional source where we took wood pellets which heat then the house when it's too cold. In Switzerland there was a huge discussion, and first they decided that they would help people who put photovoltaic panels on it. That means that they would pay part of the investment you made. And then they decided against this model, and they decided that the electricity companies should buy back the energy you produce. So that means in my house I produce solar energy, but I don't use it myself. I just inject it in the electricity network, and I get paid 4 times more for this electricity. What people don't tell you that solar panels, they go on working much beyond 20 years. 20 years is just a calculation method that economists use. And it means that after the payback time, you have your electricity free. So you don't pay anymore. And solar panels don't need any maintenance, there are no mechanical parts. And even the oldest panels with old technology, they still work. And it's possible that they can work 50 years, 100 years without any problem. You save money with this type of houses and in the investment, and you save money afterwards. So and you have good quality, good comfort. So what else do you need? Also with the heating of the water, it's all pre-programmed. We don't heat the water during the night, and in the morning it starts heating an hour before we stand up, so we have hot water. So it's really perfect. I would absolutely recommend it to all my friends. I'm really passionate about it. It's a philosophy of my life. I think Swiss people are very conscious of the changes in the environment, and they try to do personally a lot. Many countries have taken a lot of measures on environmental protection. For example, if you look Holland decided that in 1 generation the country should solve the environmental problems. So they made environmental goals which are very, very far-reaching, trying to push every part of society to have their own environmental plans. Many problems have been solved, but they are starting to see no progress anymore, and you can't solve this alone. One country can't say, I will solve this problem. You need to do it all together. You need to build ecological friendly neighborhoods with ecologically friendly houses. It should cost you less, and you should have a better quality of life. So you should combine these 3, and it's possible.